back to just another stitch. For those that don't know me, my name is Connie, and if you're new to my channel, I'd like to welcome you. Y'all might hear a little bit of background noise today. We have a business right across the street from us, and I think they're unloading a truck right now, so it makes a little noise. Sorry. So, if you have a YouTube channel and you want me to give your channel a shout out, please let me know. Just contact me. You can leave it in the comments of the video. You can email me. All my information is in the description box below my video. And today I'm going to give a shout out to Tricia the Knitting Lady's channel. Her channel is more of an entertainment channel. She does a lot of fascinating and interesting trivia on her channel. I highly encourage y'all, go check her out. I'm going to put a link for her channel in the description box below. So go give her some support and show her some love. I had one person submit a finished project. It's a loom knitted project, so I'm going to include a picture of it. So we're slowly defrosting here in Louisiana. There's still a little bit of ice outside, but most of it is now melted. Frank cooked a good gumbo yesterday. And that's one thing about Louisiana. When we have cold weather, you have to have a gumbo. As you can see, I finished my knitted Valentine Day hat. I'm going to lean in closer so y'all can see it better. I know it's actually after Valentine's Day, but I wanted to wait to show this hat on a knitting video since it's knitted. But this is what it looks like. And the way that I did this hat, I used a basic pattern, basic beanie pattern that had hearts at the bottom of it. But really, you can use any pattern of a hat that has hearts. I'm going to include the link for the pattern that I used. Or if you know how to design your own thing, you just make some hearts after you finish the brim. So the way that this hat was done, I did the brim. I did 1 inch of the brim. And I did a knit 1, purl 1. Repeat. And then after the brim was finished, I did 1 row of white. And the next row, I alternated doing light pink and then a darker pink. And I just kept going all the way around for 1 row. Now, I did kind of think about doing it where I would have done it 2 rows instead of just 1. If you decide to try to make a hat like this, you might want to play with that and see how it comes out. But I did 1 row. And then after that row, I did 1 row of white. And then I did the hearts. Then after the hearts, I did 1 row of white again. And then after that, I did where I alternated 1 row where I did light pink and then dark pink. Light pink, dark pink. I just went all the way around. And then the next row, I did white and then light pink. And just kept alternating the white and light pink. Went all the way around. And just kept repeating that cycle of those 2 rows. And that part you might want to play and do 2 rows of each instead of the 1. But that's how I did it. And then I kept doing that pattern to get the plaid until I got to where I wanted to decrease the hat. And with the decrease, I just did that all in solid white. And then I added a pom. And that's basically all there is to making this hat. And I know a lot of people tend to be intimidated with doing color work. But it really isn't hard. If you know your stitches, you can do color work. I promise you. Don't let things with knitting intimidate you. Because so many things are a lot easier than what they look. The hardest part about color work is keeping your yarns from getting twisted. And I'll be honest with you, mine still get twisted. I'm not the best at it because periodically I have to take my yarn and untwist it, because especially depending on where I do my crocheting from, because sometimes I'm in one chair in the living room, sometimes I'm in the other, and it kind of throws me off. But if your yarns start to get twisted, just untwist them. And the other main thing to know too is if you're going more than about 3 stitches before using the second color, you want to carry your floats in the back. Because usually about every 3 stitches, I'll carry it. Because you don't want long floats. And I'm going to show you what I mean by floats. Okay, this is the inside of the hat. And you see, that's where you're carrying the yarn. And you don't want these to be too long, because it's going to totally mess up with the tension of the hat. So you got to carry, you know, about every 3rd stitch you want to carry that second yarn to keep from having long floats. But that's how it is. But other than that, color work is really easy. And I really encourage y'all, try it. Let's make this a challenge. If you've never done color work before, and you know your basic stitches with knitting, do a color work pattern. And I want to see it. So if you attempt to do color work, please submit to me your finished projects, and I'll show them off for y'all. So this coming week, I do plan to do a few tutorials for y'all. And if there's anything that you would like me to cover with a tutorial, let me know. If it's something I know how to do, I'll try to do a tutorial on it. I'm still trying to find a comfort zone with doing tutorials, which is part of the reason why I haven't done a lot with tutorials yet. So I'm gonna try to work on that and start putting more out there for y'all. And I think I'm going to do it where I do short videos, where that's going to be the only thing in that video when I do a tutorial. Keep it short and sweet. So that's something I'm going to work on this coming week. Cat news today. Well, little baby Allykins has been a complete love bug. She's been snuggling with me a lot, and she's been sleeping in bed with me too. And I mean, she's just been such a sweet baby. So yesterday morning, Sophie was on my lap, and Allie goes to run towards me, and right before she jumps on the arm of my chair, she sees Sophie. And poor baby was not happy. She's a jealous baby. She gets so jealous of Sophie. And even sometimes, like if I'm calling for Sophie, like I can start off calling Allie, Allie. She won't budge. I go Sophie, and there she comes. And it's like, she does not want me to give attention to Sophie. And also, yesterday, Allie was on my lap, and I go to get up, and Sophie's in her little box. And when she starts to get down and she sees Sophie in the box, she hisses at Sophie. But Allie doesn't stop there. She doesn't just keep going. She puts her little paws up on the box, looks at Sophie, and hisses. I was like, uh-oh. It's like she had no reason to do that, other than her little jealousy. And also yesterday, shortly after Allie tried to come run up to the chair when Sophie was on me, well, Sophie, I guess, kind of got irritated with Allie or something. Well, she darted after Allie. So yeah, they've been keeping us on our toes lately. But for the most part, Allie's been snuggling with me a lot. And I have some very interesting news for y'all about our little stray cat friends, which I was in shock whenever I discovered this, and Frank noticed it first. He tells me that there's a gray cat on the porch, and I'm like, is it the same? Is it the same gray cat, the tabby one, or is it a different one? Well, he wasn't really sure. And then he says that there's a kitten with the cat. I'm like, what? So I go look, and sure enough, it's the tabby fluffy one. And there's a little kitten. This is the first time we've seen this kitten. And it's old enough that it's eating on its own. But it was just so precious. I was just like, oh. And I tried to see if I could get, approach them, but every time I open the front door, they kind of run off. But I felt so bad for the little boo-boo, so I got I took some of the cat food and put it on the porch for them. Because I figured with all this cold weather, they gotta be hungry. And then there's a little kitten. And sometimes I don't know if I should put food out for them or not. Because I really don't want to encourage stray cats all at my doorstep. But in the same aspect, I don't want to see them being hungry. And then they got the kitten. I want to adopt the kitten. Well, I say that, but I really don't want any more cats. 2 is enough. But I at least want to love on it. And so, and I'm curious if there could be any other kittens besides this one. So, I don't know, maybe I'll be telling y'all about some more kittens that we've come across soon. But there sure is a lot of strays that's been hanging around lately. And I was trying to get a picture of the little kitten for y'all, but every time I tried, it kept running off, and it was starting to get dark, so I really couldn't get a picture through the screen door because the quality just wasn't there. But if he comes back around, I'm gonna try to get a picture for y'all. But that's about it going on in cat news today. Guess what, guys? I am getting really close to 300 subscribers. I'm at 282 now. So hopefully soon I'll reach that 300 mark. So if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. Please like my video, and please share my video on your social media platforms. Share it on Facebook. Share it on YouTube if you have a channel. Share it on Twitter. Share it on Instagram, which I am on Instagram now, so come check me out. If I'm forgetting another platform, just go ahead and share it there too. So yeah, help me get to 300 subscribers, and I hope everyone is having a fabulous yarny day, and be the light, and bye 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 bye.